Sure, doubt. This is what Bhagavatam format, Jarada Madhav and all there. What is right? In this class, this is format. It's not like not regular Bhagavatam. Mangalacharan also. Can, time is also like. Yeah. So what time we have? How much time we have now? 9:50. I don't have a watch. You can just remind me 5-10 minutes. This is a Zoom or something? Huh? YouTube. Yeah, doubt. Shall we take the question or? Maybe if you can ask. Okay, you can ask. Connected and short. One doubt was the explained animation that you get the resolution that was Samanya Gyan and Vishnu Gyan. I didn't understand how does that resolve in that. Those two concepts separately and those separately how it resolves. When there is a how the mutual interdependence is there, that depends on each other. It depends on each other, So, but here it is not depending on each other. Samanyangan is not depending on Visheshangan. Visheshangan is not depending on Samanyangan. So in this way it is. No, when you get Samanyangan, also you can get Visheshangan. But getting Samanyangan, you don't have to wait for the Visheshangan. So no. Here, for one thing, you have to wait for others. It depends. Unless you know Yamuna, where is Yamuna, you cannot understand Prayagraj in ISKCON temple. Unless you know where is ISKCON temple, you cannot get idea of Yamuna. The example what I. So here is complete interdependence. Without one, you can't get. But here in this example, what is Samanyangan, there is no such dependence. Without Visheshangan also, you are not depending on Visheshangan to get Samanyangan, isn't it? That way it is resolved. Similarly, we get example of boat and the today supposed to go be boat. I took bath in Jamuna morning. So the one boat is there on the bank, and it's kept there, So now the boat is taking shelter of the land, But when the boat in the water, the land, land means bodies, Prithvi, up, Tejo, predominantly it is earth element. So the earth is taking shelter of the boat. So that Anyonasha dosha is not here because it is adjusted by the space. That way it is interesting. Is it clear? Nice. This is good. Somebody is listening nicely. That means question comes means listening nicely. Good. Anybody have any other thoughts, questions, or question? That we are not completed. We just started. That is a very good topic, but before that, a lot of things to understand. I'm feeling. We are talking something not so much devotional. Is it today? I'm leaving, so 1 or 2 classes are there. Or if you're feeling some kind of dry topic or like that. No, we are actually not. Topic is not dry. We are just thinking whether we will reach till our goal. That is not. Don't become impatient for that. I'm not into 2 months crash course of that you will not get much. You will not. If you, that's why I'm saying 2 months Bhakti Shastri course. How many people who attended 2 months crash course have really got the topic? Really have some grip in the topic. So it's like building. अब ये building बन रहे तो उसके लिए 2 months with China they built 2 months crashes. So it said that Vidya I mean, my teacher told me, Vidya is like small drop it goes, but you don't even realize like in a plant grows. How the when the plant grows, you're seeing beautiful flower, but you don't know how the plant is growing. It's just comes. Okay. Okay. There are three, four kinds of reading. One is inspirational reading, another is systematic study, another is uh, like what do you call this? Uh, English word, desperate reading. So different kinds of things are there. So all can go parallelly, but the systematic reading should go on. Studies should go on. When you become complete, you कुछ बोल दिया, or you become really not feeling to chant, or you're sick. So those times, you know, I mean, when we used to be very new devotees, we are being told that if anytime you feel very much discouraged, very despondent, what you should read, what you should read or hear, huh? The Krishna book also good. We are told read properly, Lam. Immediately you get boost, sudden boost comes in. So that is uh, that is like a desperational reading. So I read properly Lam, the Krishna book when I was. Sometimes we get sometime prolonged illness, sickness. So we can't read very philosophical book. Like Gita is philosophical. Just read stories, Krishna book. So some devotee completed Krishna book when they were, you know, staying in what we call is a Sevastan. We have one. job. Yeah, what like some bone broken or 2 months you cannot move like that. So I don't want any of you get hurt and all. But if some kind of things comes here, array, what is this? So then Krishna book reading is very good. That kind of reading. Or or sometimes even Krishna book is also may not give you sufficient, uh, strength or inspiration. Proper Lilamrit is one of the ultimate shelter. How proper struggle, how devotees are enthusiastic. 2 months Chaitanya Charitamrita out, it will get. But one thing happened in that is that you will get you are sick, you are not able to move anywhere. Just they was reading all these active devotional service. Arey, may I say better? So that's why somebody is sick for more than 15, 20, 1 month in our temple. They used to pack them up to Bhakti hospital because here Sevasan, Radha Gopinath temple. How many have you been there? Many. So there is a very small space. So the Sevasan is all around. Everybody is running around. So if you are sick, you will become depressed. अरे मैं कुछ नहीं कर रहा हूँ. So then they make the more sick. तो ये लोग को पैक करके भक्ति हॉस्पिटल चले जाओ, भेज देते हैं हम लोग. उधर all are sick. You are better than the most sick people. Mind plays a great game. So these things happen. So that kind of reading. But we used to make mistake. We used to read, and then after some time we forgot. We don't even remember from which place we came reading. Again start from back front. Again read, drops again. So instead of that, you keep this. There's a simple thing. Keep this line. This much I have read. You may not even remember what you read, but put that mark. What you remember or not remember, go ahead with it. So that reading, full Prabhupada book should be read. Every book, at least one reading that was. Then that will be nice. A foundation is put, solid foundation. Then you can get other things. Then you can see everything through Prabhupada lens. That will be fantastic. And then, like Maharaj said, when you read Sandarbhas and all these things, you realize that many many of these things are Prabhupada already given in many places. So we can combine. So like Gopi Paranadana Prabhu, he gave an understanding. Some future projects He said we have to write commentaries on Prabhupada purpose, notes on Prabhupada purpose. What does it mean? How Prabhupada is taking things from the previous acharyas. Like today we read, in this purport, Prabhupada is talking about for advanced education, there are various kinds of books of knowledge, such as four Vedas, there are six supplements, the Vedanta Sutra, books of knowledge, logic, books of religiosity, and the Puranas. So this is Prabhupada quoting, you see. These three lines coming from where? Baldev Deobhushan's Bhagavad Gita commentary. Angani Veda Chatvaraha Purana Nyaya Vistaraha Mimamsa Dharma Shastram Cha Vidya Shesha Chaturtasha. So this is Prabhupada just quoted exactly. In that also a twist is there. Mimamsa is basically considered as the karma Mimamsa. But here Prabhupada is translating that book as Vedanta Sutra. So here there is Acharya's, understanding. So that you won't get anywhere. So Mimamsa means both are Mimamsa. Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa. So which one to take? So mostly people take Purva Mimamsa. The Prabhupada taking Uttara Mimamsa. That Prabhupada independent comment. Now you can't question that. So that is our. So when below this purport, so notes can be added. This is coming from here, and this acharya is taking like this, acharya is taking like that. So that's kind of that will be a extra readings. But first foundation has to be put in. Full foundation has to be put. Then on top of that you can build. But if you go beginning only here, there, then it becomes confusion. Isn't it, Prabhuji? Makes sense. No? So that's why we read a thorough basic foundation should be put, in the beginning only. Beginning only here read this, that, then he'll get disturbed and confusion happen, and you can't represent the sampradaya. Prabhuji. Any other thoughts from yesterday discussion or any other? Who attends this YouTube classes? Or just recording, or somebody is also be there in that? Yesterday some Zoom में कोई some devotees came. Hmm. Yeah. 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 These are all how to present our शास्त्रिक things in a very simple layman point of view. ये सब मिल रहे हैं आपको हाथ में. So how we can present the complicated things in a simpler way, layman terms. That is also first we ourselves are understanding. And the devotional aspect is how Jananias Prabhu mentioned. Before Sambandha only we can get Abhidheya. I mean, spiritually it is possible. Materially may not be, but spiritually it is possible. Okay, we'll discuss some more. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सागररघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते. तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने. सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश धारिणे वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So yesterday we have discussed the thread of topic is that how we receive the knowledge, that's a understanding. So the thread, the topic what we are discussing is that unless we know how we are receiving knowledge, then we can understand what knowledge we are receiving, then what are the different branches of knowledge, and then how the Bhagavatam is the culmination. So that is the topic we are trying to take. Before that we discussed, as we are staying in the Prayag, that the Bhagavatam is a culmination, how it is evidently visible here. For that I thought, I mean, last time I came here, Kumbh Mela time, so I just thought about the rivers are also representing of Bhagavatam. In that we have discussed Bhagavatam's connection with Ganga Maya, Bhagavatam's connection with Saraswati Mata. Then we came to Jamuna. So then when Jamuna came, then we took little bit sideway and we wanted to know, just to understand Yamuna's connection with Bhagavatam, we have to know few things. In that we discussed about uh, the under how we receive knowledge, that we discussed, correct? So in that we discussed about before we get the end result, what are the stages. Hmm, we discussed that. Then we discussed the special things regarding certain things which always come with two things, correct? So that we discussed, we asked questions, we all thought about it, and we came to conclusion. One is that desire, and we also thought we can think about anything else in that category. Have you able to give a thought on this? Yes. I said I said desire, we discussed desire, just one short desire, it always comes like that. What do you want to say? What rejecting? Okay, if say I want to reject, what do you want to reject? Question comes. Huh? That's nice. Rejection. Rejection. It is nice thinking, but rejection also, one sense, comes inside the category of desire. But good thought. Yeah, nice. This has been thinking. Anything else? Thought. Very nice. है ना? This is makes sense. Thought, है ना? I have some thought. I'm thinking something. What you are thinking, isn't it? Question comes. Nice. That means what you're discussing is no making sense. So these are nice answers. So let us see what the Shastra clearly says. So it is said not only desire, but even somebody is envious, hatred. Somebody comes, I'm very much angry with somebody. I'm so angry in my heart. I'm not feeling good. So immediate question comes, on whom you are angry with, whom you are disgusted with. Disgusted I am, on whom you are disgusted. So anger, desire, and another thing, love or affection. I have a I have a great desire. I have love, affection. Whom you are to whom you are affectionate. That question comes, affection. And but for us, what we want to understand now is that one important thing comes. These things always come with the two things. What is that important thing for what we need? That is called as knowledge. Thought you mentioned, that basically knowledge. So jnana or knowledge means it always come with another thing. So if somebody says he's a great scientist, what he knows, question comes in. So you are talking about, you are trying to say something like that, correct? So knowledge means, so what is knowledge means, it comes a second thing that is called uh, the object of knowledge. Desire means that is always come with another thing that is called object of desire. Hatred means it's always come with another thing called object of hatred. So this object comes, correct? And just like I said, the spectacle is on the table. So the table is one thing. The table is called the shelter. A table गए तो ये नीचे गिर जाएगा. So this is a shelter. So that is the only thing it needs. The spectacles need shelter. After that, you don't get any other. Akanksha is not there. The book is on the table. But okay, there's no akanksha. Shelter, if it is not there, it will fall off. But desire, where the desire is sheltered, in the heart. Where the hatred is sheltered, in the heart. Where the knowledge is sheltered, where the envy is sheltered, heart. So the heart is a shelter. It's called ashraya. Hmm. Where the love is sheltered, the heart. So that is called ashraya. So when the ashraya is not there, these things have no place, correct? But other than the ashraya, these things what we discussed now, they also have another thing that is called that is called as object, called vishaya. So vishaya, ashraya. So you can have like this. Yeah, this is a hand. This is the spectacles on top like this. Ashraya, in between hatred, desire, knowledge, love, affection, envy. On top of that is the vishaya. So that means it is always come with the two things. Correct. It's very clear. So you heard this particular terms before? Huh? Where you heard?
Krishna and Radharani when we
Ah,
discuss them, we say
isn't it?
Krishna is the object of devotion, object of love,
Hmm.
and the abode of love is Radharani.
Yeah. So how do you understand that? Ashraya Vishaya. Prema. Love is particular thing. The love is there in, love is sheltered where? In the heart of. So when he talks about prema, Krishna prema, Ashraya of Krishna prema is Srimati Radharani's heart. Vishaya of Krishna prema is
Krishna is
Krishna. So in this way, Ashraya Vigraha we say, Vishaya Vigraha. So not only we are talking that about prema, but this Ashraya and Vishaya comes in other things also. Hatred, affection, desire, knowledge, all these things. So that's why we say Ashraya Vishaya. When the Ashraya Vigraha wants to take the position of, Vishaya Vigraha wants to take position of Ashraya Vigraha, then Mahaprabhu's appearance comes in. So, so now in the knowledge also, there is a Ashraya and Vishaya. So what is the Vishaya for desire is those objects. So when you talk about what is the Vishaya of knowledge, anybody can give any example of that? You say any particular knowledge. What is Vishaya? What is Ashraya?
Vishaya is that thing about which you want to gain knowledge.
Vishaya is that thing which is?
About which you want to gain
Ah.
knowledge. Like I can say Bhagavad Gita.
Hmm.
There's a Vishaya.
Hmm. That's not proper. That's why I'm asking questions. Bhagavad Gita is not the Vishaya. Huh?
Bhagavan is the Vishnu.
Huh? Writer of the book. Oh, that is what we have to see. What is the Vishaya of Bhagavad Gita? What is Ashraya of Bhagavad Gita? Huh? I'm asking too many questions. Class again ही बढ़ जाए. सोच रहे क्या?
Ashra is Krishna.
Huh?
Yeah.
Ashra is Arjuna. Because he wants to get knowledge.
But knowledge as Ashray, as like the mind of the reader.
Who is Ashraya? Krishna, Arjuna, mind of the reader. और क्या बोले हम लोग? Himamshi Prabhu, you are wondering why you called me. बाद में कुछ मीटिंग करेंगे आप लोग. ये भाग रहे हैं. इन्होंने बुलाया बताया हमको.
In the case of Bhagavad Gita, the Ashra is Arjuna and those who follow in his footsteps, and the Visa is devotional service.
So Arjuna is Ashraya.
Arjuna is Ashra, and those who follow in the footsteps of Arjuna.
Those who follow footsteps of Arjuna.
And the Visa is devotional service. This is the conclusion of all the text.
So Krishna is not Ashraya of Gita.
Vishaya is actually leader. It's not necessary that you will be looking for devotional service. Let's say you are wanting to read Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga or something. That will become a Vishaya.
Goal of reading becomes Vishaya. Very nice. Anyway, very good thinking. All of you are getting the subject matter. So, very simple. You don't have to think too much. If you take Bhagavad Gita as it is, you read the introduction. What Prabhupada says, there are 5 subject matters presented in Bhagavad Gita. What is Vishaya means? So the Vishaya of Bhagavad Gita is 5 subject matter. Many of you said devotion, you said Krishna, you said devotion. So in that sense, these are the 5 subject matters or Vishaya, Bhagavad Gita. And who is Ashraya when you say that? The person who possesses that knowledge is called Ashraya. So in that sense, all of you can be Ashraya also. Somebody mentioned reader also. So he mentioned those are following Arjuna's footsteps. So they are also Ashraya. Whoever understand Bhagavad Gita, they are Ashraya. And yes. Ishvara, Jiva, Prakriti, Kala, Karma. These are the 5 subject matter, correct? Devotion कहाँ पर आता है? So devotion service is not the subject matter. Is Vishaya of Bhagavad Gita? Definitely. So when you speak about Ishvara, when you speak about Jiva, then the relationship between them, that also. When Gopi Pranadhan Prabhu speaks that Bhagavad Gita is considered as a book of Sambandha Jnana. Predominantly gives Sambandha Jnana. Bhagavatam predominantly gives Abhidheya. Because it is Prema Pumarto Mahan, Shri Aradhya Bhagavan Vrajeshtanaya Dhama Vrindavanam. Ramya Kachatu Upasana Vrajavato Vargenaya Kalpita. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Prema Pumarto. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Prema Pumarto Mahan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matavitam Tatra Adhara na Paraha. Tatra Adhara. Our Adhara is there. Na Paraha. Not in any other places. So Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam, he said. So now Srimad Bhagavatam, it gives prayojana, definitely. But it's predominantly for our sampradaya, we take this abhideya, like how devotional service should be executed. Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Devahuti, and Gajendra, gopis, it's abhideya. And prayojana is very much evidently visible in which book?
CC.
Chaitanya Charitamrita, correct. So this is so when we speak about Bhagavad Gita, 5 subject matter, when we speak of the relationship between them, then devotional service. What is the relation between Jiva and Krishna? Amevangsho Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. We are Amsha of Krishna. So what does it mean? Amsha, Krishna, we are all, uh, I am your Pratya, Aham Bija Pratapita. So what is the relation between Pita and the son? So servitude, devotional service evidently visible. So that's why it is not directly said devotional service, but in this way we understand also. Yes.
In Bhagavad Gita, this 20 aspects of knowledge that comes.
Yes.
So that also is Vishay.
Yeah, that is discussed in that commentaries. So here is a knowledge means it is not exactly knowledge; it is object of knowledge. That commentary is 666. Though it is spoken like that because the connection. That's why I said these are the basic layer you can put for all time together till your last breath. This is like a solid foundation for understanding shastras. So knowledge means it has to come with another one. Two things. They are called savishayika padarthas. It always has come with another thing. Just like we say, uh, the flower and the fragrance are inseparable, and the sunlight or the heat and fire and heat are inseparable. Like that knowledge means it has to come with a object, inseparable. So sometime when we speak about the object of knowledge, we also take the because the inseparable nature we just say is knowledge only. These are the knowledge.
Yeah.
So in that way, it sometimes become interchangeable. Yes.
Why it is called as object of knowledge.
So when I heard Chaitanya Charitamrita every Gaur Purnima class, the sannyasis or devotees speak on Ashraya Vishaya. Always is understandable, but we can't exactly grasp it. Why Ashraya Vishaya? Something like become memorization. Krishna is Vishaya Vigraha, Radharani is Ashraya Vigraha. Why not other way? What is this? All of you are intelligent. We would have must have got quickly, but for me it took many years to understand what it is. What is Ashraya Vishaya? So, but now when we understand that this is Ashraya, everything has a Ashraya, and only few things is Vishaya in it. So because we are talking about prema, so the prema has a double thing. Always come with two things. Prema means that has to be Ashraya. Prema means that has to be Vishaya. Knowledge means there has to be Ashraya. Knowledge means there has to be Vishaya. Desire, hatred means that to Ashraya. That to Vishaya. Is it clear? So when you put that, okay, now love cannot hang in the middle of the air. It has to have some shelter. So, but this spectacles are a book we can understand the shelter. Oh, आँख में दिखते हैं. But mind, heart, and all is like abstract things which cannot be seen. Love, affection is also bhava padarthas we call. We can't see all those things. So then we have to understand that there has to have some shelter. So how we understand that our own experience only. I have got affection in my heart. I got hatred in my heart. That means my heart is abode of the affection. Similarly, you can assume others also. So that means if I have affection, hatred, it is there in my heart. Similarly, the affection to Krishna also should be somewhere. It shouldn't be hanging. Who is it? That is the best of the devote. Best of affection to Krishna is present in every jiva. Uh, but the best place where Krishna affection towards Krishna is present is residing in Srimati Radharani's heart. So she is called Ashraya Vigraha, and Krishna is the object of her. And it is also can be other way also. Krishna also loves us. Krishna also loves Radharani. So then Krishna becomes what? Ashraya. And Radharani becomes Vishaya. The other way also it can go. But now Is it Krishna wanted to take the position of Srimati Radharani, or Radharani wanted to take the position of Krishna? So that's our subject matter is coming from there. So for that we have to see that we want to Srimati Radharani is Ashraya. So that's why. So it shouldn't be like the only one way it goes. It can go the other way also. Somebody is hating us means we become Vishaya. If you are hating somebody else means you become that person becomes Vishaya. So it changes. Where it is midway. So this is the understanding. So Ashraya Vishaya subject is clear now. So basically we are clarifying one on we are building brick by brick by brick. That's why these classes they have to if they come after half an hour also. This I am doing very slowly. In these classes when you go technically fast. If you 2 minutes if you miss, then it will be like the rest of the class will be sitting there, but kya chal raha hai karke. So, but these are interesting things. The Shastric way of discussing things. So, yes.
Like when devotees say that we are worshipping Krishna because Radharani love. So in this mood, like in this emotional kind of thing, so this knowledge aspect is hidden or what?
Knowledge, especially knowledge also. Now we are coming to that topic only. Where I started, I will be going back now. Now you are in between. He was giving one of the answer that Krishna, who is the Ashraya of Bhagavad Gita. Somebody said Krishna, you said, or somebody else said. So Krishna is a Vishaya of Bhagavad Gita or Ashraya of Bhagavad Gita? Huh? Vishaya of Bhagavad Gita. Why not Ashraya? Before Arjuna hears Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is there, correct? Where it was? Huh? So how he cannot be Ashraya? How he cannot be Ashraya? Vishaya? Both are applicable. Yeah. So this is another understanding. So simultaneously, I think can be Ashraya and Vishaya also. So all of us, we are all Ashraya of the Gita, if you understand Gita. But what is subject matter of Bhagavad Gita? 5 subject matters. Huh? Jiva, Ishvara Jiva, Prakriti Kala Karma. So who is Jiva? Are we not Jiva? Are we special? So Jiva can be Vishaya, Ashraya also. Jiva can be Vishaya. So when I am reading Bhagavad Gita, why, in which way is Ashraya? Because he is possessing the knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita. Why is Vishaya? Because he is understanding about himself. This whole Gita starts with the Jiva Tattva only. What is Jiva Swarupa? That is the beginning of the Gita. So in that way, when Arjuna hears, he in his heart Gita knowledge is there. In that Gita knowledge, Arjuna is a Vishaya, isn't it? So that is a understanding. So now going back to our original discussion. So about Prayag. So Bhagavatam connection with Ganga is done. Sarsi done. Now come back to Yamuna. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, uh, Bhagavatam is also a knowledge. Who is Ashraya, who is Vishaya? Uh, hmm. Sudhe Goswami is Ashraya. Sudhe Goswami is Ashraya. Parikshit Maharaj is Ashraya. All of us are Ashraya. Vishaya is pure devotional service. Hmm. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says there are 10 things discussed in Bhagavatam. Amnaya, Prahatatvam, Harimiha Paramam, Sarvashaktim, Rasabdim, Bheda, Bheda, Prakasham, Sakalam, Hare, Sadharam, Shuddha Bhaktim, Sadhyam, Yat Pritim. So 10 subject matters are in Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita has 9 subject matters, 5 subject matters, 10 subject matters in Bhagavatam. So when we speak about Krishna is one of the subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam. So if Krishna is this, Krishna is Vishaya, correct? Krishna Vishaya. So when we say Krishna, we cannot take Krishna just alone. Krishna means Krishna and his energies, Krishna and his devotees, Krishna and his expansion, Krishna and his uh, dham, etc. So in that sense, uh, Krishna, something which is very special to Krishna, in that category comes who are things which are very, very, very close to. When you say Krishna, we don't, these things we cannot. Huh? Huh? Vrindavan. What else? Yamuna Mai. So we are here sitting in the banks. So go Giriraj Govardhan, Gopis, Gopas. So that means the Srimad Bhagavatam's Vishaya is what? Krishna. For us here, Yamuna Maiya. So to get this spot, I am coming all the way like this. I could have spoken beginning only. But the Vishaya Ashaya concept has to be clear how the knowledge aspect comes. So in that way, in the Prayagraj Tirtha, that the whole Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati, what they are culminating into, what is one common thing in them is Srimad Bhagavatam. So Srimad Bhagavatam is a nectar which Bhagavatam, the nectar of Bhagavatam is carried by Ganga Maya because it has been spoken first time on her bank. Saraswati Maya brings because it was uh, revealed and written in Vyasa Guha. We spoke about that. Then Yamuna Maya is even more closer. She is a Vishaya of Bhagavatam. Of course, Ganga is also Vishaya of Bhagavatam. Vishnupadi, uh, Parishit Maharaj came near. Let my mind, let me hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Let my mind be like a Ganga flowing towards the ocean without getting obstructed. Kunti Maharani, please correct. Huh? Ah, yeah. So, in that sense, Bhagavatam is Ganga Mai also is a Vishaya. Saraswati is also Vishaya because it's mentioned in the Bhagavatam itself. But specifically speaking, uh, the Yamuna Maya is Vishaya in a very, very, very special way. 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. So many pastimes Krishna did in the banks of Yamuna. So in that way, when I was coming to Kumbh Mela, I was thinking on these terms. That's I wanted to share with all of you that how in this place, instead of the whole Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Maya, their connection with Srimad Bhagavatam, and giving up that nectar, Srimad Bhagavatam and Krishna, people are going towards एक बूंद गिर गया यहाँ पर वो बूंद के लिए 64 crore people are coming and taking bath. And the demigod themselves are feeling themselves foolish that when the Samudra Manthan takes place, Krishna came in so many, yesterday we discussed, so many forms he came, and leaving Krishna, they are going towards oh, Dhanvantri ka, oh, Kalash ka piche jab bhag rahe lo. So that is an amazing thing. So that is what, when Mahaprabhu came here, when Mahaprabhu came here, Triveni, Ashaya, Mahaprabhu, the shloka, Madhava deke preme vashe kaila nritya gana, So he took bath in Triveni, then he danced and chanted and distributed this holy nectar. What is that? Krishna. Who is Krishna? Vishaya of Bhagavatam. So Mahaprabhu gave this nectar, and this river, three rivers, what it cannot do together, flooding this Prayag, Mahaprabhu flooded. So that means Mahaprabhu revealed that nectar of what the Trivedi is meant for. They are carrying Bhagavatam. Yamuna Maya is carrying Bhagavatam. It's a Vishaya of Bhagavatam. Ganga Maya is carrying Bhagavatam. Saraswati is so eagerly bringing Bhagavatam. She had disappeared hearing Bhagavatam, came here. But that is a nectar. So I said the ordinary nectar is the demigods, all these Babajis and all these Naga Babas, they're all what Siddhis for the nectar. But the real nectar of Triveni is this nectar being connected with Bhagavatam. And that nectar what was Mahaprabhu is bringing here. So that Triveni, that is a second nectar. Then I said, Another Triveni. I think Ranath Maharaj also spoke on this term, correct? Another Triveni. What he said? Another Triveni. Confluence of Sri Rupa Goswami Pad and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Rupa Goswami here. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna here. So in say two combined together. And Rupa Goswami is the third one. So another Triveni. From that, what Amrita is produced? What nectar we got? Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu came, Ujjvala Neelamani came, Vidagdha Madhava came. Upadeshamrit came. So all that, this is another confluence of Triveni, and that also have taken place here. So that is another nectar you are getting here. So that nectar came from the meeting of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna and Rupa Goswami Pad. So this is another confluence. This is a nectar, and another Triveni, another confluence here. Naturally, Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So official connection took place here. Through that meeting, what nectar came? Hmm? Huh? Whatever we are getting, those nectars came. So that flood of prema, which is which Mahaprabhu gave, Bhagavatam, all the three rivers are bringing. That nectar Prabhupada took it and gave to the whole world. So in that sense, Prayag is like one of the is amazing place where the seed of Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya is present here. Bhagavatam is here. Uh, Mahaprabhu is meeting Srila Prabhupada.
So what does Mother say in the servant of servant that Vedas Thakur delivered one prostitute and we delivered one Megari, but Prabhupada delivered thousands of Megari and thousands of prostitutes.
Isn't it? Yes.
So,
Thakur Krishna Maharaj writing. Prabhupada also writes in one purport that Mahaprabhu delivered one Jagai Madai, but by the grace of Mahaprabhu, we are delivering thousands of Jagai Madai. So, in this way, the Srimad Bhagavatam is ultimate knowledge or understanding. So, in our understanding, Srimad Bhagavatam is the highest. But then, how do you understand other shastras and other things, or in which position they are present in, or would you have any connection to them? That has to be discussed also. So now we discussed about this. When you're talking about knowledge aspect, we need to discuss one more thing. With that, we will stop today. We got how much time? 9:30, 9:20, 9:30, 9:10. We have to end.
20 minutes.
Okay. So when we're talking about knowledge, we understood that it has ashraya vishaya. But then, how do we receive knowledge? That is our next question comes. How do we receive knowledge? Huh? In parampara. Now we are not talking about anything spiritual. I'm talking about material things only. Huh? Someone who possesses. Yeah. So we'll discuss some little technical thing now for another 10 minutes. Are you okay?
Yeah, we both.
Imam Shri Prabhu, afternoon there'll be a meeting. किसको पूछ के को बुलाया करके अच्छे तो मन प्रभु भी नहीं है यहाँ पर maybe in the afternoon I'll take some pastimes or stories maybe I think, isn't it? I'm not yet confident with it. It's okay. Okay, this topic is also a little technical. Let us go. So the word pramana, many times we heard correct. Pramana, pramana, both बात सुने हम लोग. So what is the meaning of the word pramana? Evidence. Pramana mean evidence. Okay. What else? Hmm? Authority. Hmm. Hmm. Evidence, authority. Any other?
Pramana means that which conveys knowledge.
That which conveys knowledge. Now, Srimad Bhagavatam is knowledge. You say that which conveys knowledge. So, Srimad Bhagavatam is pramana. So, Bhagavatam conveys knowledge or Bhagavatam is knowledge. When you come to technical thing, you have to be specific.
Bhagavatam conveys the 10 subjects.
So, Bhagavatam is knowledge. See, when you say knowledge, now you are all not like general popular. Now you understood what is Ashraya, what is Vishaya, what is in between. So now we have to say Bhagavatam is what?
Bhagavatam is Ashraya of
Is it knowledge? Huh? So then you say that Pramana means that which conveys knowledge. So now you say Bhagavatam conveys knowledge.
No, he means to say
No,
Pramana is something which conveys the object of knowledge. है ना? विषय.
So Bhagavatam conveys knowledge. Mean Bhagavatam is knowledge or conveys knowledge.
Bhagavatam convey like the object of knowledge which we are achieving by the knowledge. So Bhagavatam also have this like in past time was that person have achieved it.
So Bhagavatam is knowledge itself, and it conveys it. Its Vishaya is the subject matter. So Bhagavatam doesn't convey knowledge. Bhagavatam itself is knowledge. That has to be clarified. And the Bhagavatam conveys the subject matters, Vishaya. So that is understood. So now, so Pramana means you all said that it's not, it conveys knowledge. Pramana means it is, in your term, in what you want to say is that it conveys it manifests the objects.
Yeah.
That way. Okay. Now we'll discuss little Sanskrit. Pramana, it has three parts. Pra, ma, na. Okay. So what is the meaning of the word ma? The meaning of the word ma means knowledge. Ma means knowledge. And the word na means what? Instrument. Okay. Instrument. Ma, na, instrument. So now, when you say in every language, you see a particular word denotes the same meaning in all the places. Like in English, we say, when you say driver, driver means what? What is the meaning driver? He who does the activity of driving is called driver. What is the meaning of conductor? Oh, I mean, one who conducts is a conductor. It's like one who conducts is a conductor. One who drives is a driver. And what is the meaning of protector? One who protects is protector. So then we ask question: what is the meaning of the word cooker? So when you say driver, he or she who drives the driver, he or she who conducts the conductor. So that means the conducting is a particular activity, and the person who does the conducting, the action of conduction, is called conductor. So basically, which part of the word brings out the uh, doer, driver, conductor? What example? Driver, conductor, protector, hundreds of words like that. So which part of the word brings out the action? Which part of the word brings out the doer of the action? First part is bring out the action. The second part bring out the doer. So wherever you see er, that means those places represent the doer or a karta. It's called karta. So like that, every language has this particular system, So the karta of conducting is called conductor. Karta of doing is called doer. Karta of driving is called driver. Karta of protecting is called protector. So represent the karta, and that's why when it's a cooker means who, he who or she who cooks is not cooker. There's a language deficiency, you know. Then that the cooker is doing so nicely without anybody's help. So that's why they named that cooker as that particular instrument as a cooker only. But then what about the lady Mataji who is cooking, or Prabhu man is cooking, उसको cook बना दिया. उसके लिए क्या meaning? So the language is not well defined. That's why this is not Mlecha Bhasha. But in Sanskritam, it is very nicely organized. So when you come to Sanskrit, how we say uh, karta, how the karta is mentioned, nartaka. So who is nartaka? One who does nritya is called nartaka. Vadaka, who is vadaka? One who plays instruments called vadaka. Who is pachaka? Pachaka means one who does cooking is called pachaka. So hundreds of words are there, Marathi, Hindi, so many. Mostly all you are from North India, right? So more related to Sanskrit. So the aka part represents the karta, the doer. The front part represents nartaka. The nart represents nritya or dance. Ka represents the karta of the dance. So like this, all the languages have these things. So this is clear, correct? So not only karta, some end part also speaks about the instrument. For example, if you say cutter, hmm, cutter is there. So here in the cutter, the er part, what cutter means?
An instrument which cuts.
Instrument which cuts, correct? So the er here represents the instrument. Instrument that which cuts is called cutter. We can't say doer because this is a achetana. I mean, it's a jada thing. The person who is cutting is a cutter. He's doing the cutting, but this is an instrument for cutting. Similarly, when you talk about pramana, the end part na, the meaning of the end part na here gives understanding called instrument. Hmm? So ma means what? Knowledge. Na means instrument. Put together, instrument of knowledge. Knowledge instrument. This is understanding. So that means mana means instrument of knowledge, instrument of knowledge, instrument of knowledge. But now, so ma means knowledge, but what kind of knowledge? The knowledge can be real knowledge or wrong knowledge also, isn't it? The Shastra gives example. Nati tire pancha palani shanti. If you go to the river bank, there are 5 fruits are there. Somebody says like that. Somebody wants to cheat you. Today I took bath. I came out of Yamuna. Then my slipper is gone. By kutta lagi it disappeared. So I was searching and asking some people, लो झाड़ू मार दे कहाँ पर कुत्ता डाल दे कुछ जगह है क्या वो लोग के लिए वो कहाँ पे फेंक देते हैं and but I thought the kutta means one chapel be somewhere here but it is gone, maybe somebody took it or not. So somebody says Nati tere pancha palani santi. In the banks of the river, there are 5 fruits are there. So this is a knowledge is giving, correct? So what is here what is here is a knowledge. What is the vishaya of the knowledge here? In the banks, there are 5 fruits. The banks of Yamuna river, 5 fruits are there. So here, what is the vishaya of this knowledge? Huh? Everything, fruits, nadi, tiram, 5 fruits. These are all vishaya only. Vishaya means what? All are vishaya here. So in this Vishaya, if somebody wants to make another person's life miserable, your chappal is oh वो तीसरा घाट में है, so चल के जाएगा वो, उधर नहीं रहेगा. So he'll become so much of difficulty walking in the sunlight and all. So knowledge can be either it can be a real knowledge or wrong knowledge, yathartha or ayathartha. Yathartha means like Bhagavad Gita yatharupi, as it is. So it can be good knowledge or wrong knowledge. So when you say mana, instrument of knowledge, generally if you say, is the instrument of good knowledge or wrong knowledge, how do you understand? So in order to differentiate, like we went to one person went to a coconut shop, he purchased a coconut, give me a coconut. So he gave the coconut, he came home and opened the coconut, broke the coconut, it was completely rotten inside. तो गया वो आदमी के पास, दुकान वाले के पास, why did you give this rotten coconut? He asked, what did he ask me? I asked you coconut, so I gave you coconut, but it's rotten. You didn't tell me good coconut or wrong, bad coconut. You asked me coconut, I gave bad coconut. So I said, look, because in Shastra, technically you have to approach. So in the world also it happens like this, in your life also. That's why we ask, अच्छा वाला दे दो, अच्छा आम दे दो, अच्छा कपड़ा दे दो, अच्छा वाला दे दो. People specifically tell like that, अच्छा वाला दे दो. So they may get cheated also. So in this way, the knowledge can be either yathartha jnana or ayathartha jnana. So nadi tire panchapalani santi means it can be ayathartha jnana. So then what is the instrument of that? Will become instrument of ayathartha jnana. So that's why we put one word before ma. It is called as pra. So what pra means? Prakrishta. That means it is the right knowledge. So that means what? When you put a pra in the beginning, then it becomes pra ma na. So all put together is what? Pra means what? Right. Ma means knowledge. Na means instrument. All put together, instrument of right knowledge. Very simple. It is called pramana.
So Bhagavatam, you said, is knowledge.
Yes.
Then Bhagavatam is called Pramana.
We'll come to that. So instrument of right knowledge. So now the instrument of right knowledge, pramana, we say. So regarding the what are the pramanas are there? We all hear pratyaksha, anumana, and shabda. So when you speak about pratyaksha, so why it is called pratyaksha? Aksha means what? The eyes. So the eyes is specifically why the eyes are mentioned. Pratyaksha is only through eyes. Huh?
One is mentioned, which means like all others are also
Included. Why this is mentioned? Eye is mentioned, not. What are the other things are there? First of all, ears, nose, tongue, huh? Skin. 5 things through which we get this pratyaksha knowledge. So that means the eyes is a what is the eye then in this pramana category? Eye becomes instrument. Pramana means what? Instrument. We have to apply now. Now see how the Shastra study. First you have to understand the definition. Then you have to apply it. Then it will make sense. Then after applying we have to do pariksha. ऐसा क्यों नहीं है? After pariksha is done, we establish a siddhanta. So first of all we have to define lakshana. Then first of all we have to tell what I'm going to discuss. Second, we have to tell the definition of that. Then we have to do pariksha. Then we have to give the conclusion. This is a Shastric way of understanding. So uddesha, lakshana, pariksha. Uddesh kya hai और lakshan kya hai? Then what is we check it whether it is proper, then confirm it. So now we say pramana means the instrument of right knowledge. So we apply that now. So the eyes, when I see this spectacle box, this spectacle box is brown in color. How do you understand that? Huh? To the eye. So I is the instrument, na, for getting the knowledge, ma, that is, this is brown in color. So this ma, knowledge, is it yathartha jnana, ayathartha jnana? I mean, is it real knowledge or bad knowledge? Real knowledge. That means prama. So for this prama, what is instrument? I is instrument. Let's say pramana. I is a pramana. Hmm. Similarly, when I'm hearing some sound, the sound is coming. So this sound I'm hearing, cling sound is coming. So that is yathartha jnana, ayathartha jnana. Yathartha jnana. What is instrument for that? Ear is instrument. So that means ear is a pramana. So eye is a pramana, ear is a pramana. So instead of calling each eye pramana, ear pramana, nose pramana, tongue pramana, skin pramana, so we give a name for all these five put together. What is it called? Pratyaksha. So pratyaksha means it is the instrument of knowledge of what are the things comes into it. These are the five senses comes into that. So why we call only eyes? Why not take some other things? Eye is mentioned pratyaksha because eye is a very special instrument. So of all pratyaksha, eyes, nose, ear, tongue, and skin, uh, these eyes have a speciality. So that I will discuss now. For example, this is good for your youth preaching also. First of all, don't think so much about preaching. First, we are learning ourselves. you know. Uh, After definitely I'll speak something about Krishna. Narshan is also coming. I myself something it's very good. These are all good for helping our devotional service, but at the same time it is sometimes becomes dry. But if we talk to devotees, it is good because we are helping devotees to become devotionally or spiritually strong by hearing all these things. But sometimes we have to talk this thing to the non-devotees also. These are a common subject matter, you see. Sometimes because our IQ is up, sometimes I experience little bit of dryness. But devotees, uh, I'm happy because this is a solid foundation. It can go on for this understanding will go on for till your rest of your life. You know, all whatever shastra you study, these are the basic foundation. You know, this will never change. That way it is helping them in devotion service. But at the same time, uh, talk about Krishna directly, Krishna, Ram pastimes. That is me more. Yes, Himanshu Prabhu. Yeah, we give. I'll tell. Yeah, correct. So now, pramana, when you say pramana means what? Prakrishta jnana upakaranam. So in the simple term, we this is like a definition. You can write down also. Prama karanam pramanam. Upakaranam also long word. Prama karanam pramanam. This is a standard dictionary meaning for Mayavadis also, Vaishnavas also, all the Sampradaya, Jiva Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Ramanacharya, Madhvacharya, Vallabhacharya, all the Acharyas, this is a understanding. Prama, Karanam, Pramanam. Very nice rhyming. Prama, Karanam, Pramanam. So, Karana means what? Upakarana, instrument. So, Prama, Karanam, Pramanam. Now, our goal of life is to get that Pramanam, which is full proof, test of the time. So now when you say pratyaksha, we are talking about pratyaksha pramana. We are talking. So is it all the time it serves as pramana? That we have to check. We have hundreds of examples. But now the first before coming to that part, I am talking about why akshay is given here. Why not other things? That also a good thing to understand, learn. So that we discuss for 5 minutes now. Are you ready?
Yes.
So now, what is this? What is the instrument eye is main function? Through eyes, which knowledge you are getting? Now I understood that this is a instrument, correct? Eye is instrument, pramana. Which prama is being generated by the eye? The instrument generates knowledge, correct? Which prama is being generated by the eyes? Huh? Form. picture form generated by eyes. If you say form, for example, this bottle, I'm seeing with my eyes. What kind of form the eye generating? The knowledge is eye generating? Solid, round, correct? Cylindrical. And now, if I close my eyes, you keep a bottle like this. Without eyes, also I can understand this is cylindrical. So how form is been generated by eyes. So what is that particular object without eye you can't get? That should be the main instrument of eyes. Huh? Color, correct. So color is a knowledge. Color is object of knowledge generated by the eyes. So that's why eyes main function of eye is that it produces the knowledge of color. So aksha, but not only it produces the knowledge of color, that is the main function of the eye. Without eye, you can't understand the color by any other instrument, correct? Nose, tongue, ear. So that's the main function of the eye. But eye specialty is that it not only gets the color of the object, but also it can also get the uh, base of the color. What is the base of the color? The bottle is the base of the color. What is the base of this brown color? This spectacle, the box, So it can get the box also and the color in the box also. I can get. But there are certain pramanas. They can't get the base of that. They only get the quality. Example, ear, for example. Through somebody is touching. Through ear, what do you get? Sound. But can the ear grasp the table or all the specs? No. So it's only grasp the sound, not the object, not the subject of the subject of it is a big confusing term. Basically, it is a dravya. Dravya and guna. Guna means the sound. Dravya means the substratum, they call it technically, substratum of the sound. So the sound, the substratum cannot be grasped by the ear. You only get the sound. Similarly, the tongue. When you put something in your tongue, what you can get with the tongue? Taste. Can we also get the form of the the tongue? You can't get. But if you put a gulab jamun in the tongue, you can feel the softness, correct? Then through tongue you can get the taste, sweet taste. If you put gulab jamun, oh, it's very soft. How you feel that? The tongue, correct? Huh? Touch. Huh? That can feel by touch also, no? I mean that I don't reject that. By hand also you can touch softness. But the softness is also this. If I said through the eye, I can get the color. The form also I can get it. But the form can be get by the hand also. So we don't reject that. Form and color both are received by eyes. That's there, correct. Specifically, what I cannot others cannot do. Color is main thing. Similarly, that the taste is the thing which is has to be understood only through the tongue. The tongue is instrument of taste. But
It can also get some
is it?
yeah,
So then instead of pratyaksha, it could have been prat jihva or something. Huh? Again, you said that form can be understood by the touch. We don't deny it. That the touch can be understood through other ways also. Just like form can be also understood through other way. Eyes can also get it. So why the tongue is then not included in pratyaksha? Included mean directly you shouldn't be told like that. There is a twist. The twist is that the jihva indriyam, the rasanendriya, which is different from the tongue. The tongue is different and the rasanendriya is different. Where the rasanendriya is situated, It is situated in the tip of the tongue. And the tip of the tongue is a Rasanendriya situated. That's why you can try now. Breakfast timing is there now. You try to take any item and try to touch that item in the middle of your tongue. You cannot experience taste unless unless you this is touch the touch of the prasadam comes to the tip of the tongue. You can't understand the taste. Huh? This is something amazing now. So, huh?
Like in our childhood, when some different medicine used to be given, directly beats my dark.
Ah, you see. So all people know this, but they don't understand exactly what it is.
But through saliva it comes to
So yeah, so that's why the understanding is
Not taste, but it
Ah.
does. That's why taste is there.
that's why the tip of the tongue has the rasanendriya that grasps the so that is the instrument of taste. Okay, so when you say that you are also tongue also can grasp the item called the form and or touch the texture and all. That job is done by what? Skin part, not the tongue, not the rasanendriya part. So that's why the jihva also, the rasanendriya also only grasps the quality, not the substratum, isn't it? What else is remaining? Eyes, nose. You are getting smell. So can you get the when you are smelling? Can you also get the base of the smell?
No, only
Uh, but when you smell, oh samosa chal raha hai wahan par. हाँ? समोसा कैसा समोसा चल रहा है वो समोसा स्वीट राइस आज लंच के लिए ये होगा वो होगा so how do you get that?
Because the eyes have captured it previously, so that's the past.
So that is on which category? That is not pratyaksha. That is there is anuman category. So they say nose doesn't have ability to grasp the dravya, but only it can gunagrah. So like that, the skin. Hmm? What is the function of the skin? Skin is instrument for what? Hmm? Huh?
Hot, cold,
Hot, cold, it,
soft,
soft,
hard.
hard. So the skin is an instrument to get the feelings of touch. So when you touch the floor, you are feeling cool. So hand touches. Hand gets the knowledge of the coolness. Through eyes you can't get. Through nose you can't get. Through eye you can't. Through the ear you can't get how cold it is. But through only the skin you can get the coolness or hot. Uh, but the skin stops there only,
I think you are getting the knowledge of Dravya also.
isn't it?
Because if I'm touching this,
Ah, ah.
even if I'm not seeing, I'm able to get to the knowledge of the quality of this and
Yes,
of this one.
yes. So that the skin has double function. It can grasp the touch as well as the form also. So in this way, these five senses are categorized. We've completed all the five senses.
Yeah.
this form is a past experience, but like once
No, why?
like we have
You
seen
give me something, a new item which I never seen in my life. If I touch, I can feel the touch also. I can,
hardness, like
ah,
I'm saying that if we are touching this level bottle or closing it, and we have previous experience of seeing that
no previous experience.
अभी अभी का live experience.
अभी आपको
Like when approaching a light is not there at that time, just by touching we can get things.
To conclude that this is a bottle maybe because of previous experience. But the experience
I can give you now right now. You're not seen this cloth before. If I give in your hand, you can touch it. This is a cloth. You come to
one person having like cucumber or like glass, like same types of vegetable. So if we touch that, we can make it confused. Like he may be having experience.
you all the questions are welcome, valid question. But you have to just think yourself, am I getting this knowledge through Anumana or Pratyaksha?
That time, Anuman.
Why Anumana? Directly I can, Anumana is a second step. Directly I am feeling myself, इसके लिए अनुमान क्यों करने का? This is my hand only I can touch. I understand, this is cylinder. You may not get the color, but I'm saying the form you can get. Form is actually a wrong word, but whatever. You can get the shape also, isn't it? So in this way, these five senses are there. So in that, the eyes, it can get both guna dravya grahaka indriyani there. So that's a pratyaksha is given, aksha is given. So this is pratyaksha praman. So now we'll conclude saying that these eyes, nose, tongue, skin, all these things can be pramana for all the time. Pramana means what? Instrument of right knowledge. Can these things can be instrument of right knowledge all the time? Cannot be. So when I'm seeing this red color as red color, these eyes are becoming pramana, instrument of right knowledge. But if I have a disease in my eyes, and if I see you know different color, color blindness, then that become pramana. What it becomes? Apramana. Apramana. So even materially speaking, my eyes cannot always act as pramana. How it can help me to get the spiritual understanding? How it can be a pramana for spiritual matter? Even other way also. Even the eye cannot get the knowledge of the sound. Ear can get the knowledge of sound, cannot get the knowledge of form. So materially also it has this limited function. You know. So when there is materially limited function, so then how it can bring out the how it can be the instrument for the spiritual subject matter, spiritual knowledge. So that's why it is limitation. Pratyaksha pramana is limitation. So with the limited pramana, how can I get the knowledge of unlimited things, spiritual things? That's why it has limitations. So then we go next to Anumana. Then Shabda comes. So then we have to discuss about the Shabda, what is the nature of Shabda, how it can bring out the spiritual knowledge. Then after that we have to come to what are the different varieties in spiritual knowledge. Then we come to what are the gradation, why they are given. Then we come to Bhagavatam's conclusion. This is practically the course. So now you are thinking when you go to the end. If you go like this, the end will be relishable. If you go directly over there, it won't be a proper justice, I feel. So कितना हो सकता है उतना करेंगे.
Yes. So what was the answer for that then? Eye and skin both have.
Yeah, both have function, but the eye instrument can go far distance. The you can't go beyond your
Reach.
3 feet. Eye can go out. Actually, according to Vedic science, the eye goes out, and the Sakshar Indriya goes out, and then touches that object, long object. And the transfer of knowledge is a very complicated topic. Jiva Goswami also speaks about it. Very complicated. It'll be very like a rocket science, abstract. But for this much is sufficient now. That the eye instrument can go out and bring. So that's why it is special instrument. The pratyaksha. So aksha, pratyaksha. Including in the aksha only, all other things are there. But this is interesting. Why pratyaksha? What is speciality of eye? And this is good for our understanding and preaching also. This is what you can speak this to. It's not a only for Gaudi Vaishnavas. This is for even Muslim Christians. जो भी है सबको बोल. इसमें भी ऐसा भी शास्त्र people of our Shastric Acharyas has taught like that. These are Rishi's teachings, Acharya's teachings. So this is how we can teach, and this is very much important for our Shastric studies. What is pramana? Anyway, but we had to do something in the afternoon before I go. Otherwise, next time nobody will call me. Imamshi Prabhu will not take my phone only. मेरे को प्रयाग आने के लिए मौका खत्म हो जाएगा फिर. हमको थोड़ा स्टैंड करने का यार थोड़ा. आज बोट अरेंज किया प्रभु ने. बोट मैं उधर 15 मिनट खड़ा हूँ बोट वाला. और अभी बोट नहीं चल रहा है करके. तो कुछ तो होना चाहिए मेरे लिए. हरे कृष्ण.
I learned to.
Thank you. We'll end here. And afternoon is there कुछ मीटिंग रहेगा?
No, not me.
लेकिन शाम को लोग नहीं.
2:30 ना? 2:30 class.
Say if they miss the morning session, afternoon आए तो कुछ समझ में आएगा.
Meeting you are scheduled before your class.
हरे कृष्ण. देखेंगे. अब only when you call BOT Satra will come. Thank you. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. त्रिवेणी संगम की जय.
प्रत्यक्ष म्हणजे प्रत्येक